That's perfect. Oh, hey, second geners. In this video, we're going to finish up our sport mirror restoration. Also, if you want to figure out how to get your own GM right side sport mirror template, you'll want to stay tuned. Guys, a couple videos back, I did a video on sport mirrors about the GM placement, and we talked a lot about this template, and I thought it'd be really cool if I could somehow get this template available to each and every one of you. I wasn't real sure how to do that, so I reached out to a friend of mine. His name is Tom. He has a channel called Garage Time Resto Mod, and he's working on a 1974 Porsche 911 project. Tom was kind enough to take that print and digitize them for us and make them into a PDF downloadable link so that each and every one of you could have your own template when it comes to mounting the mirror. So guys, let's head over to Tom and he's going to tell us a little bit about how he did this.
Thank you, Russ, for having me on your channel. I'm really enjoying your project and I love all the attention to detail. So keep up the good work. Hopefully I get to meet you someday. We're like, I think 3,000 miles apart, but you never know. So Russ was lucky enough to get these factory GM drawings, which is super cool. I don't think everyone has some of these. And he asked me if I would digitize them. And of course I said, sure. Okay, because this template is so long, I redrew it on my computer and added some reference marks. Under scale, choose either default or custom, and make sure this is 100. This prints out in 2 pages, and it looks kind of like the original, but it's always good to double check that these reference dimensions are right. So 2.75, just check with a ruler. Indeed, this is 2.75. That's just like it was here on the original. And then also the length, you can check it here. This is shown as 6 inches to this dotted line, 6 inches. So now it's time to cut it out. And then I cut along these 2 dotted lines. That's where you tape it together. And this printed template should go right on top of here, and it is an exact version of what Russ sent me. Plus it has the holes and a few other dimensions on here. Cool. Well, I hope this helps you Camaro guys. Thank you again. What do you think, Russ? Right here?
So Tom, thank you so much for helping us out. I really like how you did that, especially with the 11 by 17 or the 2 8.5s, depending on what type of printer somebody may have. That's very thought out, and I do think that that Porsche would look really good with a set of Camaro sport mirrors on it. So guys, be sure to check out Tom's channel. I'll put a link at the end of this video. He has a new video out every Saturday, and I learn something every time I watch one of them. So be sure to check his project out. So guys, the downloadable links will be in the description below. They'll also be in that GM placement video. I'll go back and add them there as well. They're free download links, so I hope it helps you on your project. With all that said, let's get into the last part of restoring these sport mirrors. We're going to pick up on the painting. They've already been lightly blasted. They've been cleaned. And now it's just time to get some epoxy primer on them. So I got 3 really good coats of SPI epoxy on the housings, and in my quest to get some extra parts in here for some NOS pieces, I did wind up with an extra set, but these 2 are the ones that I'm really after. This is the set for Project Overkill, and this is the set for Fast Times. They will come back apart one more time for some blocking and actual paint work, but for now it's time to go ahead and put them together. So guys, in a previous clip, I showed you how to take these apart, and this particular one right here was the original one that come out of Project Overkill, and it was in really bad shape. This is the one that come out of the 81 Camaro, and I was able to polish it up. But on this one, what I opted to do was just lightly blast the part, and then I phosphated it, followed that up with some primer, and then just some chrome paint. And as you can tell, it turned out really good. I mean, you can still tell a difference, but you could send this out to be replated. It's up to you just how much money you want to spend on it. But this is what we're going with on this extra set. All right guys, here's what we come up looking like. This is our Project Overkill set. This is our Project Fast Time set. And then this is the original set off of Project Overkill that's been restored. So guys, that concludes our sport mirror restoration. This is the last video that we'll do on sport mirrors. These things are ready for final sand and sealer paint. It will come apart one more time, but until the meantime, they're ready to go into a box until we get to that phase of the restoration. With that said, next video we'll be prepping our door shell, getting it ready to accept the skin, and then we'll be trying to wrap up these door skins. With all that said, I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you for following along. We'll catch you next time.